Here are 3 things that I wish I knew before starting my videography journey. With the first being finding the right equipment. Now I struggle with this a lot because I went through 3 cameras when I should have just invested in one. Because maybe I didn't know much about it, and a lot of you guys won't, especially when you guys first get into it. You don't know what camera to get because you have Nikon, Sony, Canon. I prefer Sony, coming all the way from Nikon, because there's a variety of lenses that you can choose from, and a lot of really good affordable options that have 4K. The autofocus is amazing on these cameras. I'm actually shooting on an FX30, which I'll be talking about in a later video, but I wanted to make this video to help some of these new upcoming videographers, video marketing agencies that don't know much about it, because I didn't really know what to do when first looking for a camera. And this video is actually going to help you guys basically not go through the stuff that I went through. And I think back then I used to think that the camera gear was not that important, but now, going about 3 years in the basically filming industry, I realized that camera gear is important. So that's why I wanted to make it the first thing on my list, because you have to have reliable gear, and not everyone's going to be able to afford the same thing. I started off not being able to afford a camera like this. This camera goes from 2K. There's other cameras you can get, but the reason why I chose this one, and you don't have to go for the most expensive camera. This one, the only reason why I got it is because I do construction, and it has a built-in fan, because a lot of these cameras do overheat if you guys happen to use them outside a lot like I do. A lot of you guys won't. I think like 90% of you guys are going to be indoor shooting for your clients or for your own video purposes. So I think that a camera like maybe the Sony ZV-E10 is a good choice to start your videography journey. It's extremely cheap. It has 4K. You can learn how to do S-log footage like I did. That's the first camera that I used to film a lot of these first videos for my clients, and they loved them. And the only reason why I had to upgrade was because that camera kept overheating, and I messed up the SD slot by getting a cheap SD card, the SanDisk. Stay away from it. But that's off topic. What I'm trying to tell you guys is do your research before getting a camera, because you can go with this one, but maybe this one that's a little bit more expensive or even less expensive might be a better option for you. So that's why I highly suggest that you know what niche you're going to go into, because it makes things a lot more simple. Like if you're going to, let's say, start making videos for restaurants, you don't really need a camera with the built-in fan on it like I did. You can go something a lot more cheaper like the Sony ZV-10 or maybe the Sony 6700, which is also a really good camera. It's a hybrid camera. It shoots both, pictures and video. And I was gonna go with that camera, but it just doesn't have that built-in fan. That's what I'm telling you guys, is that camera wasn't for me. It's for somebody else that's not out there shooting all day, that's shooting more indoors. Like my friend, he does real estate, so he got that camera because he's more indoors and out. He doesn't spend a lot of time like I do shooting dudes pouring concrete in 100-degree weather. So that's really what I'm trying to get with the first of things that I wish I knew, was because if you know all this information, you're gonna take it and you're gonna pick the right camera the first time without you having to invest extra money down the line. Like, it's better just to get good equipment now and not have to deal with the consequences of not picking the right equipment to begin with. Now, the second most important thing is going to be marketing. And the reason why I say that is because I see a lot of videographers struggling with this. They prioritize their equipment, they prioritize color grading over actually getting clients, and they're really good with the footage that they capture. They have these badass cameras, but where are the clients? They forgot to actually market themselves. And that's what I'm doing with my business. Is I'm actually posting my content on TikTok. I'm actually posting on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm getting a lot of looks. I'm getting more people to know about me, and since I'm only digging into one niche, which is construction, everyone's starting to come to me. And that's what I'm trying to help you guys, is that yes, the camera equipment is important and color grading is too, but once you guys know a little bit about it, I would say start marketing yourselves. as soon as possible, because the longer you wait, it's gonna get hard, and you guys do have to, in a way, put yourselves out there. I know it's a little hard, it's a little intimidating. I used to be that way too. I would never thought I'd have the balls to talk to the camera, right? But if you guys learn the skills of marketing, it's gonna help you guys get a lot more clients. You guys are gonna make more money, which is what you guys want, and that money is gonna pay for your new equipment, just like I used to pay for my equipment, which is why I have the Sony FX30 now with the 16mm lens and all other stuff, have drones and all that other good stuff. And I bought that with the money I use for my clients. I rarely invested in the equipment. What I do is I sell it and then I buy new equipment, or I use the money I'm making to buy the equipment from the clients that take care of my expenses, instead of me having to spend all the money on equipment. That's why it's important to market yourselves, because what you want, and if you're very serious about this, because you can make a living out of it, it's not going to be easy, just like any other starter job. But if you guys actually put in the work into marketing yourselves, right, showing the clients that you actually can do what you say you do and help their business, then they're going to give you money that you can use, to pay your bills, to get new equipment. But it shouldn't just be about you buying the best equipment. I see a lot of starter videographers do this, and then they don't get clients, so they're like, oh, what's the point of actually having this equipment? So they end up selling it on marketplace. If you go to marketplace right now, I bet you'll find the camera that you're looking for a very cheap price, because people are hanging up their cameras because they can't get clients. And like, what's the point of having one, right? Because you can shoot really nice stuff here and there, your cars, your fancy cars that your friend has, but if you're not making money, it's gonna eventually gonna go downhill from there. So I think that's why marketing is a lot more important than the gear that you have, as well as color grading. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about niching down, because a lot of new starter videographers are niching up, trying to do construction, they're trying to do wedding videos, car industry, restaurants, and they're having trouble getting clients because they're not just focused on one niche. I decided to focus on construction, and because of that, now they're coming to me. They're in my DMs asking me to do their videos, because when they open my page, they see nothing but construction and concrete, and that really makes them pumped, because they see how good you've gone with your content, because that's all you've been doing, and they want you to film their business and get them clients. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, is that you have to niche down. I wish I knew this way before I started doing this, because if I did, even if I didn't go into the construction niche, I would have at least focused on one thing. Maybe that was restaurants or just weddings. Because if you see all those weddings that are filmed by someone that's known in the wedding industry, it's because they know what they're doing, because they've been doing it for so long, and that's all they've been focused on. And until it clicked, I wasn't really getting consistent clients. But now that I have, and I'm working for a company, everyone wants to come to me. And I know that if I were to, let's say, get let go of or quit the job, I can easily go and work for somebody else, because they see my work, they see that I've taken my time to learn the niche, besides just shooting the videos. And you'll see that too once you start focusing on one niche. Let's say you focus on landscaping, or the blue collar industry. You're gonna learn a lot about it, and you're gonna be able to help them out a lot more when it comes to creating content, setting up ad script, and running their ads for them, because it helps the business grow, especially with leads. And there's gonna be no question when it comes to choosing you over someone that has a bunch of videos of weddings, cars, their friends' breakdancing video. It helps you stand out, and it helps you get clients a lot faster. So that's all I want to talk to you guys about today. If you found this video useful, feel free to comment, like, subscribe. If you guys have any ideas on any upcoming videos, I want to become very consistent with this now, because I'm got new gear and I need to use it, right? So I don't want to just be sitting on shelves and stuff like that. I actually want to help you guys out, get more clients, and start your video business. But with that being said, I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'm out.